a deck without one drops an aggro deck. I'm not actually sure you can. It feels kind of like a more mid-range-ish deck than an aggro deck to me, but that's what they called it. That's what I'll call it. I'm a really big fan of the Phoenix Glorybringer combo in general right now, so I just want to try a few more shells with it. I think this is based on the Mogged 5.0 list a while back, and I ran it and it felt powerful, but this seems like a much slower build than that. I don't know, I'd be interested to see how it plays out though. We are back in competitive leagues today. It seems like a fine opening hand. We have a lot of early interaction. We basically hope we don't see Drowned Catacomb on the other side of the board. TBS, which means it's gifts again. I'm not sure how good of a deck will be versus that deck, but hey, we had our third come into play tap land. And this guy's no longer good at combat. Well, that's disappointing. I feel like I'm going to just play one of these and guarantee that we get the Phoenix online next turn. That's a pretty good card. Yeah, our Merfolk Branchwalker doesn't feel to me like it's going to do much this game at all. What is this thing? Oh, it's a Walking Ballista. So he's actually going to be able to start attacking us. Ooh, that's kind of an interesting draw. And Big Papa Phoenix. I may not should have cycled this Sheltered Thicket, but there's a lot of lands in this deck, and I thought the probability of us drawing a Glorybringer was actually really high. That may be inaccurate. I'm not actually sure. El Hostage Tecorino makes me a little sad. Which means we'll pretty much have to kill that at some point. Probably this turn. Hopefully can do it with something sweet like this Glorybringer. No. My luck. Well, we have to kill it, which means we have to get rid of our Braid, or we have to use double Magma Spray. Think I'm willing to use the Braid. I'm gonna do it during his turn though. Well, if I do it now, I can attack for 2. Yeah, whatever. I'll attack for 2. Just pressing F6 here. I don't know how he plans on stopping this. He's put it up to a 4th creature in his graveyard now. Nope, just 3. Alright, well that's very good for us then. sure. This is a few more. This is a magma sprayable target. Put a scarab in his graveyard. What does that mean? I'm not exactly sure what that means. I guess we'll just take the damage this turn. That's disappointing. Probably means he has another Scarab God, to be honest. If he has another Scarab God, since we missed that land, things are going to get real tough. We'll have to, like, basically top deck another Abrade. Think we can kill this too? Let's see, make servos, but we're not really worried about his servos. We're really just worried about getting this Glorybringer up and going. I almost feel like I can block that. Kind of feel like I about have to block that. So he's got the things in his graveyard now. So he's got a second gate that's very, very bad for me. Real hard to win if he's got a second gate. It's not impossible, it's just real hard. Alright, so he didn't have a second gate that turn. That's actually really good for us. So we have 9 life. The biggest threat he can get back is a 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, I think it's okay to play this guy. The question is whether I'm exerting or not. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have to exert or I'm dead. This gives us some outs next turn if he has a land and a thing. That's probably game. Well, not necessarily. He can buy back a hostage taker. I guess he takes the Phoenix. Chupacabra? Oh, he's dead then? He kills the Phoenix. I mean, if he's got a fatal push, I guess he's not dead. Even if he does have a fatal push, we have outs now, I think. so we got there. He kind of drew poorly, but I think we would have ran away with it had we not missed that land. Alright, so sideboarding in this match. Well, we definitely want these. We definitely want these. We definitely want these. What don't we want? Do we want this card? That cleans up a board if we get behind, but I feel like if we get behind, we're already kind of behind. Like, I don't think that's the game we really want to be playing. I think I want to get rid of this. I think going to the skies is the correct call here. I don't know if the Earthshakers do a whole lot here. They just have so many blockers. We're playing versus Esper Gifts. I wouldn't mind to have an extra card for a hostage taker, but I guess we already have 8 potential answers for early hostage takers. I think this is what I'm going to present. Yeah, I think we're good with here. How you doing today, by the way, Ricky? You have to send me that blue blacklist, by the way, because if I feel better, I'd like to give it a try tomorrow. Unless you want to keep it secret. If you want to keep it secret, no worries. I'll develop my own if you do. Sand's real slow, but I do think it's a keep. We have our best card versus Scarab. We have an answer versus the combo, and he's on a mulligan. We have 7 removal spells for 2 mana that we can draw. 11 spells if you count the branch walkers. So I think we have plenty to be drawing to keep this hand. Cool, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's a good one. And we didn't hit any of our things. I'm glad to hear that. Good moods are the best moods, fam. Let's see what the old dog puts in his graveyard. Like a human Bob Evans restaurant. Love it. I think I'm going to start with this. I think I'm going to start with that. There's a chance he's only playing 1 or 2 of the card in general, and there's some percentage chance that he's got like Refurbish or something in his board, even though we obviously know that's not. It's like not their big game plan or anything. He can still attack with this if he wants. I guess he chose not to. So if we attack, we can rip 1 thing at the cost of giving him a thing. I don't think I like that. I would love to eat Bob Evans sometime. I remember when I was young and they were working on the scar on my chest, we'd have to go to Cincinnati to the Bob Evans place. And I think we'll keep that. And it was just my favorite thing in the world at that time. I was always really excited to go. I think since we have 2 of these now, we'll probably use one of these rather aggressively. Short. It doesn't have any good attacks. That's definitely a positive thing. So we attack with just this. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 he can put in front of it. We put that on it. Put that on it, it makes it a 5, so like it kills about 1,000,000 things. Don't know if killing 1,000,000 things is enough this turn. I think I'm just going to kill this and shuffle it away. It's kind of a waste of the card, but I have to attack at some point. There's some percentage chance I'll be attacking on the ground when I do. And I feel like I'm going to have to tap out one of the next couple turns, and if I do tap out, I don't want him to just be able to combo me. I hate myself. We'll never know if that was the same one. We need to find something that can fly. We need to find something that can fly like an eagle. So this trades for everything on the table if he wants to go for that. Which is kind of crappy, but if he does want to go for that, it's not the end of the world for us. Because on the following turn, we'd have enough mana to kill the gifts. Yep, certainly not blocking that. Definitely taking that damage. Hello! That's kind of what we were looking for. I think I'm going to play the Thrashing Brontodon first, though, as an insurance policy. Just going to get busy attacking on the ground. What is this? Sure, Vraska's Contempt. Don't mind a trade. Yeah, I'm just going to play this thing first now. Willing to take any type of champion or wits damage here. Rip. Didn't want that. Yep. Surprised we're so far behind here. He's like 7 cards deeper in his deck, but I don't feel like he's really drawn that many more cards than us. Go Super Jade Light Ranger. You are our favorite Jade Light Ranger. There's an angel. Well, we can kill it. Ooh. And actually make profitable blocks here then. If he's got Fatal Push, I'm just SOL and I'm fine with that. I want to kill as many things off the table as I can here. He doesn't have enough mana to buy this back, and I'm going to use Struggle and Survive this turn, so. He's got Fatal Push, I feel really bad. He milled what? I'm apparently missing what he milled, I don't understand that. We'll dump his graveyard here while still holding an Abrade in case he ever top decks one. By the way, sup? Sup, man? Long time no see. Don't mind to trade this for one of these two cards. Because next turn I can bring it back and make the Phoenix an 8/8. Oh, yeah. But I mean, he had, at the time, he had as many lands, a massive board. He's just got a lot of these, like, 2-for-1 things. He's got to find an answer, though, for Rekindling Phoenix, because Rekindling Phoenix does get the job done from here in 2 turns. He's only got 1 card in his hand, too. Go, Speed Phoenix. So I have a lot of stuff here. That's probably not going to do it. I can't think of something he's going to draw that kills that from here. Because he's only going to have 1 card in the end, so he can't have, like, land plus contempt or anything. Even if he drew, like, a Cat Self Rebooter or something, we have the Braid to kill the blocker. Alright, so we beat TBS. He's still on Esper Gifts, though. He's been on that for weeks now. I guess he's having some success with it. Alright, so we'll move back to the deck list. I do not know how long I'm going to last today. My stomach is crushing me. Make sure I don't have anything up that nobody can't read. Oops, did not mean to pull that up there. I wonder if there's a way to default set it to the other monitor. It does. It seems pretty cool. I'm not 100% sold on the 5th and 6th drop, but I like what the rest of the deck's doing. Alright, so now we get to try the deck on the play, and we're certainly going to keep this. We have a lot of interactive spells, we have a 2-drop, we have some mana. I think this is basically the type of hands you hope for with this deck. Hopefully we'll be playing versus a deck that these are good versus, because if not, our hand's obviously much weaker. Let's say in general, most Evolving Wild decks, this hand's not good versus. But I'd love to keep that Jade Light, but clearly we don't have the land. I'd say most Evolving Wild decks are going to be like blue-black or Hidden Stockpile. Alright, so these cards are going to be basically useless now. And there's no chance that this Gearhulk's going to resolve, so I think Game 1's going to be incredibly hard to win from here. Never know, they might not draw removal. This Branch Walker could go all the way. Nah, this Branch Walker is not going all the way. Maybe that one will, though. I'm a Branch Walker. That one's a much less good Branch Walker. No. Wait, what? What? I choose you, Grasshopper. I guess I'm lagged out because it's not letting me choose my land. That play made absolutely no sense to me. Good. Happens. It's like the 3rd or 4th opponent that I've just saw use an Errant Field of Runes. Another land. This deck does have about 1,000,000 lands though, so. I'm not playing the Gearhulk here because I don't want to give him any value on a sensor at all, especially when we're this far behind. Yeah, it's time to be sad. Guess I'm going to put some number of counters on both of them. Probably about that many. I assume they're both just dying, right? He's probably just untapping and gearhulking this guy away. Ooh. Please resolve? Question mark, smiley face. If it's just a Gearhulk, at least we get to get some damage through this turn. Rip. So he decides it's okay to take a hit unless he has the Utter Contempt. And if he has Utter Contempt, I'm annoyed at the slow row. Yep, I'm annoyed at the slow row. Why would you ever have to think about that? It's like literally automatic. Yeah. So this game's over. He's got an active search and we have nothing. But we'll keep fighting the good fight. He's got a contempt for our next threat. Main phase Glimmer. There's a disallow now. We have another magma spray. This hand would have been real good versus a lot of decks. This just doesn't happen to be one of them. If he protects that, we'll kill it with the other Abrade as well. Now we're left with two pretty dead cards. Pretty close to throwing in the towel here. Alright. Sure. Smart enough not to use Ascanta. Tap my mana wrong here. Should have left double red up. Should have left double red up. That was a play mistake. Don't know if it was a play mistake that affects a game at all, but it was still a play mistake. Fatal push. At least that card doesn't do anything. He's got the third. Oh, he's just got a massive pull for tomorrow. Sure. He's got 12 cards left in his library. Can't imagine how I could win. Maybe he can't afford Scarab Gods. Maybe another Braid gets us there. Who knows? Maybe he's only got one Scarab and it's the very bottom card? Nope. Alright, that's game. So it wouldn't have mattered anyway. He's got a contempt to kill our only blocker, so. Alright, so we're going to get to try this card. We'll try this thing. We'll try these things. And we'll try these things. Cards that I'm not big on trying. Don't really care about the magma sprays. Sort this out a little bit. Don't think I care about the braids. The struggle and survives do roughly the same thing. I don't think the gear hulks are particularly good, but maybe they are. I think they're just kind of slow. We have to try to be more aggressive. Basically, we're going to have to try to draw one of these and hope it's enough. Maybe the gear hulk's good enough. Maybe we can just like play this on 6, this on 7, and never die. I almost feel like I just want the thrashings because they're 3/4s. And survive through moment of craving. Where does that come from? I know Gunner says it a lot, and since Gunner's never had an original fault, it probably comes from somewhere. But I don't know where it come from in general. Alright, this hand's not good, so let's keep it. I don't think you can mulligan hands like this, but these clearly aren't the cards we want in this match. Fun times. You led with the swamp, so that probably means we're getting pusherinoed. I'm not going to play around Sensor next turn. I'm just going to jam to Jade Light. If he kills this. If he doesn't kill this, I'll play to Kenra. Come get us, boy. Actually, I'm just going to make Sensor a bad card. I'm just going to play this thing. Yeah, so it ended up not mattering, and we kept a better threat, so that's good for us, I guess. This one's the better card, so we'll try to resolve it. A thread a day will keep the doctor away. Hate to see that. You really want to make them spend mana on 4. Them spending mana on 4 is pretty vital. And if they just have Scarab God here, we lose our graveyard, which is pretty bad for us. No Scarabs, so at least we get to play one of them. Could get disallowed, but I think we'll start with the haste one. Did not disallow it. There's the disallow. Wonder if he had that or hit that. Put one on top, one on bottom. I think I'm just buying this one back again. Mainly because if he forces me to use a Scarab God, I'd rather get my value out of this while I can. And this attacks for a Torrential Gearhulk if he happens to have it. Kills a Torrential Gearhulk next turn too if he doesn't have mana, which is nice. What's the odds El Padre over there is going to disallow this if I use it? Probably pretty high, right? So we're just going to cast this thing then? I think it's too much risk to just use the Brontodon right now, so I think I'm just going to pass. Because he's got like another Gearhulk, he gets another 5/5, or sorry, another 5/6, and he gets to disallow this, which seems pretty insane to me. I don't know why people keep doing that. That is not a good play. I could actually have lands that you care about. How is that remotely good? What if I have like Hashtag Oasis or something, and I do have them in the deck? Interesting decision. Pretty sure I'm just going to kill that. While we still can. And I'm going to let him actually get the Contempt here. Could have saved it with a Struggle and Survive, but the odds of him having a removal spell are just so high that I don't think that matters at all. Hello. Alright, I'm just playing this then. Not attacking with the 4/4. We played around Gearhulk last time. We're going to play around Gearhulk this turn. Think I'm just going to attack for 7? And then like play a Branch Walker or something maybe? See if we can fix our mana up good. keep that thing. Actually, kind of just want to play one of these. Uses their mana a little bit better, but I guess I won't. Moment of Craving. Alright. Let's see what opponent has here. We still have Big Daddy. This is technically a lethal attack. This beats one removal spell. This is it's pretty good versus like Gear Hulk as well. Like if he just had like Gear Hulk here, that'd be pretty decent. Sure. Yeah, and he needs a lot of hoops to stop El Carnage Tarantio from winning this game. Carnage Tyrant doing Carnage Tyrant things. Love to see that. Whew. Don't know if we played that game well. This is the list that won to open. Yeah, or sorry. Did it win to open? The top 8 at open. I don't think it won. Did it win? I have no idea if it won. I'm double checking now. I think it just top 8'd. But this is the list from the top 8. Yeah, this is the list from the top 8. It did not win though. Hey JJ, what it is, man. I'm pretty sure I'm presenting the exact same deck I just presented. It's 2 pretty long games now though, and he's not showed a Scarab either game. Maybe I just want all of the Brontodons in. Yeah, just top 8'd. Taking out Deathgorge Scavenger feels really wrong, but the Brontodon was so good that game. El Carnage Tyrant doing Carnage Tyrant things, baby. Alright, this is a keep. We lose the Scarab God, but we played a really long game and a kind of medium game, and we didn't see Scarab God out our game, so like maybe like he's not on them? Nah, he's got to be on them. It would be lunacy to not be on them, right? We do have a good curve this game, though. We have 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop. Our 2-drop even comes back from the graveyard, which is really sweet. Yeah, I'm willing to... With this hand, I think I'm willing to play into Censor. Even though in some hands I play around it. We still have 3 more good threats. And he would have used the Censor on this if he had it, so... Yeah, it would. We played a really long game one, though. We only had 11 cards left in his library, and we never saw it. And we are drawing to... If he is on it, we're at least drawing to Struggle and Survive. Which I believe means I'm actually just going to go ahead and play this and probably a Brontodon. That way if we draw Struggle and Survive, we have an answer to the Scarab. I know it's a lot worse than just playing Rekindling Phoenix there, but it is something. Yeah, we're just going to attack for 4 of in. Then play the Phoenix. That's a large percentage. That's kind of surprising. Guess we're going to play the Glory Vin. Could have Gearhulk here, but if he has Gearhulk here, he goes down to 2 cards, which at least is nice. I think that's how this deck's supposed to be control decks. I think it just plays a super threat every turn of every game. Like a threat that can win the game every turn of every game, I believe is what it does. Still don't think that is the right play by our opponent ever. I don't know why he keeps doing that. He's now did that multiple times. It's fine in that situation, but that's the first time he's used a Fatal Push off of it. So I obviously wasn't expecting him to Fatal Push off of it, since that's the 3rd time he's did it and the first time he's done the Fatal Push. I'm going to play this thing. See what happens. If he's got a counterspell, he'll counterspell it. If he's got a Gearhulk, he'd like Gearhulk and counterspell it, so it gives us information on what to do with the Earthshaker. Just still think I'm playing the Earthshaker either way. I'm just going to attack with 4 here. Earthshaker can block, though, if he attacks. Can attack for, like, you know, assuming he has nothing, we can buy back to Resilient Kenra and attack for 8. Or we can just play that thing and try to attack for lethal, which I believe is what I'm going to do. Alright, let's see whether he lets us attack. Exert, and bash. Opponent had a good draw, but he didn't have any of his things. He didn't have a Search for Azcanta, and he didn't draw any of his Glimmers or anything. So we were just able to out-tempo it. When I say out-tempo it, but I mean like out-pressure it. Like, that's the problem with the threat decks. If they don't have any way to get 2-for-1s or any way to get better card selection off of their searches or whatever, like, as long as you can present as many threats as they do, they have more lands than you. So they're going to run out of answers before you run out of threats in games like that. Unless they draw the Glimmers, the Hieroglyphic Illuminations, the Gearhulks, the Searches, the Scarabs, etc. Like, they have to have those cards, because they typically play like 26 lands. They often can't cycle their lands, because they often have to play their lands early, whereas like this deck can more often cycle its land. And then we have the 8 threats out of our graveyard and the 6 threats out of our graveyard into 6 Kenras, which is really nice. It's a good showing so far. Just got to win 1 out of the next 3 to acquire the Pity Chest. The Pity Chest. Deck's running well so far, though. Okay, I have to see how it plays versus an aggro deck. Feels like there has to be something better versus an aggro deck. We do have a couple of Chandra's defeats, though. We're playing versus Mr. Stomps. Do we get to end that 5-0 dream or no? Alright. We have a lot of powerful threats in this hand, but we have no removal, so. I have no idea, JJ. Maybe you can only do that to like partnered channels or something where I'm just an affiliate. I have no idea. That used to be like that on my phone, but now my phone gives me everybody, so I have Not sure about your TV. What TV do you have? Like, what model or whatever? I think I have a Samsung and I don't even have the Twitch app on mine. This has a pretty easy keep though. It's just kind of sad that we don't have. I really like having like an Abrade or a Magma Spray or like a Struggle or something in our opening hand. We have quite a few of those spells, but I'm feeling rough today. I hope we can finish this league, but it's feeling less and less likely. Huh. That's super weird. Alright, well, we're keeping. Wish I knew the answer. Did you have to, like, jailbreak it or anything to get Twitch? Like, I Googled it once and it told me to get Twitch, I needed to, like, download a user mod or something, and I'm like, I'm totally not down for that. Pretty sure I have a Samsung. I'll have to double check. So Reverse is another Drowned Catacomb deck. But this one's the one that definitely has 4 Scarabs, so I think this one's going to be real hard to beat. Luckily for us, our first... Which one of these am I supposed to play? I guess I'm supposed to play this one. Guaranteed gets 2 damage through. Then we can pump it next turn to maybe attack into like a Gifted Everborn or something. Yours probably just a better model than mine then. Oh no, this is an entirely different deck. Okay. Feel favored versus these decks. Also, don't think those decks mulligan particularly well. That's disappointing. Though, on the positive note, he double blocks the king. Oh. Alright. Well, things just got real bad. We need our braid back now really bad. Definitely need our braid back really bad, folks. So we got 1, 2. We know he has a Walking Ballista, so that's 3. He's probably not going to get it this turn, but he'll be able to get it next turn. Be able to get it next turn real easy. We may have to play this Glorybringer and shoot this down and get our braid back. I don't know if I want to do that. What do you get that time? Oh, Angel of Invention. So he's got 1, 2, 3. He's got that one thing in his hand for 4. So if I kill this, he's got 1, 2, 3. If I kill this, that's a guaranteed 4. I can't even attack then, can I? Ooh. That one's interesting. No idea yet. Yeah, he's got white mana. He's got Concealed Courtyard, so maybe he just has a poor draw. So we could, in theory, Magma Spray to Booter, then Abrade the Gate and then like get after him with Glorybringer, Glorybringer? What's the chances the last card in his hand is another Gate? You know he's got a Winding Constrictor? I think this works out best. Just gonna Glory. After abrading the Great Yard at the end of his turn. We know one of the cards in his hands are Walking Ballista. I guess this was a play mistake. I should have abraded before he could have played the Walking Ballista. Yeah, I should have abraded on our turn. That was a horrible play mistake. I could have just lost the game with that mistake. Wow. That was really bad of me. Sure. Now I have to draw a land, or a second abrade? Yeah, I should have definitely abraded the gate. Now I have to draw a land. JK. Do not have to draw land. If he double blocks, we get to kill one of his things. I should have attacked with the Kinra too. This was bad not attacking with the Kinra. That was really bad as well. So that was like back-to-back play mistakes that were pretty savagely bad. Hey, Deceiving. Thanks for the follow, man. Sorry that I'm punting left and right now. It's another Angel of Invention. Alright, so how many cards does he have in his graveyard right now? He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he doesn't have 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could be bad, because like if he has a Fatal Push, he can like kill a Minister and get there, but it's our best opportunity, I think. Yeah. Gosh dang it. Yeah, we punted this game. We had this game 100% won if I hadn't played so badly. 110% won this game had I not punted. And he hit the Ravenous Chupacabra. Wow. I deserve to lose this game, though. I deserve to lose this game. If he gets back to Chupacabra, we can still win. All we have to do is top deck one of our other 3 Abrades or our second Brontodon, or our 2 Struggle and Survive. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 outs to this. We have 6 outs to what we're looking at. Didn't get there, boys. If I cycle to Shielded Thicket, we only have 3 outs to what we're looking at. So, does playing the Glorybringer do anything? Not really. It's got double Angel. The only thing that does anything at all is killing this. Alright, willing to concede if I miss, which I'm very, very likely to do. Still has 2 energy for the other dude. Alright. Well, I threw this game. This game was 100% won had I just played right. Oh well, happens. Bring in all these little things again. What did I take out last time? I took out Kenra's because I don't think they really attack very well in this match. I took out these as well. Oh, and this thing comes in. I think we learned our mistake, boys. And girls. And other. I don't know what I was thinking. Don't know what I was thinking. Could have just not cast out a braid too. Casting out a braid didn't do anything. Just gave him a chance to beat us with Fatal Push. Whereas if I could have not compounded my mistake, I could have just passed, went to my next turn, and used a Brontodon and a Braid. Yeah, I made like 4 or 5 really bad mistakes there. I had to hit a land to even do that. And it didn't handle the gate on the table. And he had a minister in play to refill the graveyard. So, like, I would have had to get obscenely lucky. Like, 1 in a billion chance. First of all, I have to hit a land. Because his thing's going to be a 6/6. Then I have to shuffle the stuff away. And then he has to not hit a relevant spell in his top 3 cards. And I still have to beat the board. I'll keep this hand. This hand's pretty good. The attack helicopter. But you're right, it could have been an early concession. Just seemed like an extremely uphill battle. Duress sideboarded in versus me. Okay. Wouldn't have guessed that. Guess I'll keep that too. That's good enough to keep. Don't really want to play a naked Brontodon this early in the game anyway, so I need something to play on the next turn. So he's going to kill the ranger? I think I'm fine with that. Not going to let him block and kill the ranger though, so I'll attack first. He's going to kill the ranger here, and he did not kill the ranger. Huh, never mind, he still kills the ranger if he wants. Because he hit no spells. But that's better than having those on top of my library. Never liked this card in this deck. I guess I can play the Brontodon this turn? And playing the Brontodon there might not have been great. I may should have just cycled both Shelter Thickets. Like, kind of gives him a turn to play a Chupacabra.
Local Dope does not have Magic Online. Hmm. So I can kill the gate this turn. And then, like, murder this next turn? I don't know how good that feels. Just leave the gate in play. And attack with both of these. That kind of feels bad too. I'm just going to kill this. I want all my mana. He didn't really hit anything there. Huh. If he didn't hit anything there, am I able to just... I guess I still need to slam Glory. I don't want him to put extra things in his graveyard. That might have been a bit overkill. Yeah, he's got another one, so maybe it was. Let's cycle one of these right now. At least he has nothing great in his graveyard this turn. He's only got 3 creatures. So... Local's a local to me. Local's a local to me. The English I speak. So now he needs an untapped land and a gate. Might be salty if all of that happened. Sure. Not too worried about that. Yes, please? Yes, please. He can block and spend some energy and use the harvester here, and I'm fine with that because it means he doesn't get to use the minister, and unless he's got a fatal push, he doesn't even get to kill the Rekindling Phoenix. Like, he has to have a fatal push to even kill this thing, or like draw Chupacabra or something. And like if he's doing those things, I don't feel like I'm in the worst shape in the world. Feel like he's just kind of like spinning his wheels if he's doing those things. I tried to invite my buddy Matt. We were gonna stream some drafts one day, some cube drafts, but I couldn't figure out how to get the sound set up. Couldn't figure out how to make the sound work. Like we were going to do it over Skype, and I couldn't get the Skype to play onto the stream. Like I could hear him fine, but I couldn't make it to where you guys or like the people in chat could hear him. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep it like this. I have a lot of interaction for his deck. We just have to try to not punt. Should be 3-0 right now, though. We should have a PD chest locked up, but I definitely didn't play that game well. I do think I learned from that game, though. Pretty confident like I won't make that same play again. This hand's pretty weak. But we do have one interactive spell for like a Cat Self Rebooter or like his first thingy. And we got some early interactions, so... that will definitely kill that thing without even thinking about it. I think I'm going to leave Glorybringer on top, actually. I
did try that, though. I was really sad that it didn't work out. Hopefully this isn't a Champion of Wits. He's actually not played a Champion of Wits on 3 versus us yet. That's clearly his best 3. That's a pretty good one, too, though. I don't think he'd be willing to block here. It was actually a play mistake. I should have attacked first to begin with. And to second with, I should have played this before I played a land. So I did a lot of silly things all in that same turn. El Champion with Serini. It's a good one. These fire hands are the hands that are kind of hard to beat. Like now, if he blocks, he's got the opportunity to cast a Fatal Push. I'm not sure that I want him to cast a Fatal Push, but I definitely want to attack right now because I don't want him to get gate value later. He needs like a Fatal Push and another spell as well. Just a Fatal Push isn't enough. So it's got to be like Fatal Push, Chupacabra, or like Hostage Taker and a Fatal Push, or like a Vraska's Contempt. Best card in Standard? I don't know what the best card in Standard is, but I'll tell you one thing. I'm having a lot of fun with this little guy. He's potentially my favorite card in Standard, so opponent didn't play his gate after he got it. What in the world is he doing? Is this just a Vraska's Contempt? Sure. Could have killed it, but with another one in hand, I don't think that's something I'm interested in. He's only got 2 creatures in his graveyard right now. Killing Phoenix has probably been my favorite card to play with so far. I think we'll hold that. We'll just try to get 8/8 flyers on table, but he very likely has another Vraska's Contempt. Yeah. It's kind of interesting that he didn't kill this one, though. Like, this one's the more long-term threat, but I guess he does have Eversphere Harvesters. Maybe he's got a 3rd Contempt. Who knows? Cat Cell Freebooters. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. And he's got that thing now, too. Huh. I really don't want to use my last Brontodon on that. Is it ever okay just to play this second Rekindling Phoenix? I think I'm fine with this. Oh, please no, not that. Ah, sweet. So he's missing the land here, which helps immensely. We know one of the cards in his hand. So we know one of the cards in his hand. I don't think we want a Glorybringer anymore, do we? Actually, Glorybringer's fine. It kills this. Think I'm willing to just attack now?
We'll wait another turn. He's definitely getting closer and closer to ending our lives with just a hard cast GFG. I think I'm just going to attack with them all. Because he can't have a fatal push and a hard cast GFG. And we get some damage through. I don't care if he kills the Jade Light Ranger. Just want to push some damage through. Maybe that was a waste of the Jade Light Ranger. I don't know. So you can buy back the Champion of Wits now. And we can attack for 12. You can block 4 of it though. Then we get our braid back. Feels good enough. Now, he didn't put anything good in the graveyard. In fact, there's only 2 creatures even in the graveyard, so I don't think we have to worry about the gate too much right now. So we still have 2 things to kill artifacts with. So it's hard for him to put 2 creatures in his graveyard, play the gate, and activate the gate. It's not hard for him just to have 7 mana and activate the gate. So like, one of those things is hard, one of those things is not hard. One of those things were probably a favorite to beat, since he'd be chump blocking with whatever he gets. He'd have to get like a Kite Self Rebooter and then give it back to us. If we drew like a Glorybringer or a Struggle and Survive, he'd just be Dobbs. It's a good spot. The 34 viewers today. Still kind of sad that I punted game 1. It's kind of embarrassing to punt that badly and that many times in such a short time period online or on stream. And then as Papper said, I probably scooped a game I didn't have to scoop as well. I think I should have played the Sheltered Thicket last turn. I think it was a mistake not to play the Sheltered Thicket last turn. So opponent scoops when he sees the second one? Yeah, I really think I was supposed to play that Sheltered Thicket last turn, because we don't have enough mana to play the Brontodon, sack it, and hold up the Braid in case he has a second one. Hey, why would it not let me read your name? Titans fan. What's up, man? Let's go ahead and pop up the game. Pop it up. Didn't even get to pull up the deck, but whatever. Deck's pulled up. Nice to finally watch your stream. Subbed you on YouTube for a while. I'm trying to learn from him. Like, I want to become a better player, but I'm really struggling. I kind of feel like I've hit my peak, but like, I'm certainly not giving up. Certainly not giving up. Like, I love Magic. Sometimes I get a little emo, but oh gosh, this game could be difficult. We have kind of a slow draw. We have double Merfolk Branchwalker. I don't think we're going to need that Sheldon Thicket. We have, I think it's 3 Magma Sprays and 4 Braids in the deck, though. Ooh, he's got the red spells, too. I really wish that was true. I'd be entertained if that was the truth, but it's far from it. Maybe the best approach player on Twitch, since there's only like 2 of us, but definitely not the best, best not standard player. Best approach player probably comes down to either me or Trampoline Tails, since we're the only 2 approach players. Man, I just don't want to block any of this stuff. I guess it's better to block this one, because he needs less things to go right for that one to come back. Not Pia. Alright. Things are, getting worse for us. So if we use this turn, we can use double spell next turn. I think that's probably better overall. Being able to play double spell feels kind of important here. If he's got Hazoret, I don't know if we can win. Yeah, our deck doesn't really answer Hazoret very well. Especially on the draw. That doesn't really feel like it does anything. Hey James, what's up, man? So he thinks his mana's good enough for the full 2 colors. It's kind of impressive to me, because I struggle with the mana for just 1 color. Alright, boys. We dead. Go down to 6 here. 4, 2. I don't think there's an answer in our deck, but we'll take our draw step and see if I'm wrong. It's not that card, is it? Nope, not that card. Alright, so what can we do sideboard-wise? This box Hazoret forever. Yeah, so I definitely want this. Kills Hazoret, doesn't it? That's our only way to kill Hazoret in these colors? Probably want this. Do we just want a 3-4? 3-4 seems like it blocks good. I definitely don't want these. I just want to sideboard out the Jade Light Rangers, but that feels really bad. Jade Light Rangers feel roughly the same as one of our 2/2s in this match. I guess sometimes they're 3 power. Or sorry, 3 toughness and can block his 2 power, but these 4 just seem better. Do I need this? Huh. I'm not sure. It's like a lot of mana.
Guess there's some world where we want Sheltering Suns too, but I don't really want it in this match, I don't think. It's the only thing I have that can block Hazoret. Also ends games really fast. I guess this blocks Hazoret some. I don't think you're good. I'll try one. I don't want to draw multiple of those in my opening hand. I'll try one. This doesn't feel right, but the struggle and survive feel a little slow. This sounds acceptable. I think I'm going to play the Sheltered Thicket just because I don't want to take the loss of life. We're on the back foot here. Could be losing that 4-0 dream. We drew it. Now can we live to see it do something? That's the question. So even if he has a removal spell, we at least get to gain 2 life. If he doesn't have a removal spell, I am blockity block blocking as fast as I can little block. Oh wow, he's got that draw. That draw is a rough draw to beat, friends. The triple 1-drop on 2. That is a tough draw to beat. Yes, give us our life. Paleo. Do have Phoenix though. Phoenix is like a pretty good blocker. We're not blocking here. Make him use a removal spell if he has it. That's not a removal spell at all. That doesn't block this, so... Ooh. That doesn't do anything here. Think I'm just going to gain my 2 life? So the original build of this deck actually has Soscar mages in it, so you actually can kill Hazarets. The build that Mogged 5-0'd with a few days ago. We still have the 4 braids, so that's not the end of the world. Brontodon, are you a good draw? Feel like Brontodon's a good draw. I didn't know exactly what I was in opponent's deck. He cast Earthshaker Kenra into Hazoret on me game 1. When he had the Earthshaker Kenra, I thought he might have a lot of red spells in his deck. He didn't show us Night Market Lookout. I thought he was the full, like, just the straight 2-color build of it. I don't really want to trade this here, do I? Huh. Is this Siphoner just better? I don't think I want to trade the Death Gorge Scavenger here. Oh, I guess I can trade it for any 2 things. Problem is his things just come back. So I could take this and gain 2 and kill both of these. Actually, or probably fine to kill both of those for it. Like keeping the pop this up on the other screen. I hate how it does that. It's probably fine because like he's got 2 cards in his hand. He's drawing a card for the turn, so it's probably hard for him to get them back anytime soon. Well, he drew what he needed. And now he's all of a sudden way ahead in the race. Way ahead in the race, and I have to draw a land. That's disappointing. Is that kind of ahead even if I do draw the land, right? So this blocks this. I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like a million things kill us if I attack, but how do we win if I don't attack? I don't know how we win if I don't attack. We're going down right now, sweet mate. This card's looking terrible. That card doesn't do anything. Alright, so let's do math. So he's got 4, 5, 6. So he's basically got 21. We can attack for 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if we just leave you back to block you, we kill you, we still take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that doesn't work. If I attack a few, you block pretty easy here. So 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not even particularly close, is it? Don't really see what our out is. I guess it would do, what, 3 damage to it, right? So 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 damage is all we can do. Yeah, but I don't know if surviving does anything if we're not attacking. So we can do 7, 10, 14, 15, 16 damage. That doesn't leave us another day, does it? Because of the hazardous activated ability, like we still take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 from the hazard. Well, maybe that's not true. So if we play this and activate this, just attack with this for a bunch. We've got 2 blockers, 1 for this, 1 for this. We kill this. We take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we're still alive. It feels like we're still alive.
He's got a lot of draws that win, but like I feel like we're far enough behind that we just can't beat everything. I feel like we're far enough behind that we can't kill everything, beat everything. Maybe just like Deadlands to Kenra, and in which case we live, right? Live at 1 life if he Deadlands to Kenra. I don't think I played the Death Gorge Scavenger right early in the game. He still has to attack out, right? Because he has 7 points of block. And this Carnage Tyrant was great in this match. No shock one time, baby. Yeah, this Carnage Tyrant was actually great there because we don't really have any answers to Hazoret. This deck feels like it needs an answer to Hazoret. Didn't expect to win that one. Right, what do we do going into the sideboard? Maybe it's just wrong not to have this thing in. If he's gonna super fly the board out like that, like maybe the Sweltering Sun's better than I was thinking it would be. I almost want a second Carnage Tyrant too. Yeah, the defeat did not seem good, did it? Maybe this card's better than I give it credit for as well. Because he's got Scrap Heap Scroungers, Dread Wanderers, and Kenras, so like there's a lot of things to get out of his graveyard, but I don't know if we have enough time to do things like that. Not having Jade Light Rangers in the deck feels pretty miserable as well. Not having a 4th Struggle and Survive feels... Wait, do we have 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Okay, we do have 4. That was weird. It was only showing me 3 for a second. Unless I'm blind. Resilient Kenra did work that game. Our Earthshaker Kenras probably aren't ever doing anything, are they? Except for trying to block. Still think I like having 2 power blockers, though. Anything that blocks feels like a positive here. I don't know, maybe these can go. Yeah, I wouldn't want them all, would I? Maybe the Virtus Gearhulk's better than I think it is. Gearhulk seems like it can do some things. I think this card's better than I think it is. I'll try that. I still think I want this card. Oh god, I feel dirty. The Gearhulk can make blockers for the Hazoret, I guess? This is the Fury? Alright, we have a 2-drop, so I guess I'll keep it. We've drawn none of our million removal spells, though, and that has to be real bad in this match. I think we have enough high casting cost things. I'm just going to play the Sheltered Thicket. There's also, wouldn't get a chance to shelter this Thicket on turn 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 would be like the earliest we'd get to cycle it. And I have to assume by then that we're going to draw something else. I think I'm just going to play this one. Rip. Could have went better for us. I'm going to play the Brontodon next turn because it's the better blocker. JK. I'm going to kill the pea water out of this. I think I'm just going to kill them both. I think I'm just going to kill them both. Next turn, we could just play the Phoenix. And hope that he doesn't have a removal spell and let it start getting on blocking duty. The classic showdown of New Standard. The Rekindling Phoenix versus the Hazadaddy. Has to have a removal spell if he's doing this, right? But, like, we still have to block, don't we? Like, we just have to call that bluff every day, right? Even when it's not a bluff, it feels like we have to just call that bluff every single day. I think we actually get the attack for 4 this turn. Because we get to block with the Thrashing, and then sack it to kill the Hazoret, or the Eversphere Harvester, which is something that we're looking to do anyway. I need to draw a removal spell for that, I guess. Yeah, well, we need to draw some big things now. That, my friends, is a very big thing. Put 2 counters on the Phoenix. I feel like he doesn't have an answer to the Phoenix. I feel like I just make this Phoenix an 8-8 in attack. Pretty sure I just make this Phoenix an 8-8 in attack. What is this thing? Oh my god, he had a murder boat! I got crushed. I got crushed, fam. He had a murder boat. I was not expecting that at all. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. You saw more than I did. So we're at 12 life? I don't think he can kill us from that, so I'm pretty sure I'm just playing this. I have another one. Oh, no, they don't have another one. That one's just doing 2 damage to my head. So they have to find a way to deal 5 damage to me this turn. I'm not actually sure what card kills 5 damage. Kelly Phoenix earned its keep this game. I think our opponent had a good draw. Man, that Phoenix did work. Gosh. Sure glad we brought this Verdus Gearhulk back in. Whew. Didn't expect to win that game. Alright, boys. We're 4-0. We got a chance to get a trophy with this deck. Pretty excited about that. Let's try not to punt it away in the last round. Let's see if we can get that second trophy. We've been on kind of a downswing this season, so it'd be really sweet. This deck's kind of fun. I still just feel like we should be on Red Deck Wins or Mardu, though. Like, not being able to interact on turn 1 when you're playing, and I'm making air quotes here, you guys can't see it, but like, air quotes when we're playing an aggro deck and we don't start the game until turn 2, that feels kind of insane. There was another build of it that I tried. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see if I can find it real quick. It went 8-0. Sorry, it went 5-0 in an earlier league. It's this guy. He went 5-0 like one of the first couple of days of the season. And it's a very similar deck. It's like very, very similar, but with less cute cards. Like, this card was actually kind of impressive in this deck, and the lightning strikes were kind of impressive as well, but like, it's like kind of a similar thing, and like, this deck performed really well. It just wasn't super consistent. And like, it seems like this guy took out a lot of the cute cards for just like pure power with things like Rekindling Phoenix and like Struggle to Survive, which is so amazing right now. But yeah, I tried this deck, and this deck felt real powerful, just not... Wait, where the hell did everything go? Sorry guys, I don't know why everything disappeared. But anyway, as I was saying, it felt real powerful, it just didn't feel consistent. So like, maybe this build of it's more consistent. Well, remember, this isn't my deck list. This is the SCG deck list from the top 8. And Rekindling Phoenix, though, oh my god, I can't imagine playing red without this card right now. We'll play first. Pretty excited right now. I'm actually, like, kind of tense. I've been on such a downswing lately. I've lost, like, 150 rating in a row. So I'm, like, kind of, like, tensed up right now. I'm pretty excited to be playing this game. So we have a really good hand, too. Red deck wins. I think the red decks are kind of hard for us. Not sure which one of these I'm supposed to play. I don't know where I'm supposed to just play this and it potentially like die to a shock and us take 2 damage. Or like maybe I'm supposed to hold up a Braid in case he has a Kenra. What is this? I'll try to pull it up on the other monitor just in case it's something that we shouldn't look at. Yeah, that is not something for people to look at. Go ahead and close that. Got to make sure to run a virus scan. Um, I did not do that ban. I don't know who did. I think I'm just gonna play this. I'm just gonna play aggressive. Hopefully he has to waste his entire turn. I'm gonna put that in the graveyard. Hopefully he has to waste his entire turn to kill it with like a lightning strike or something. Hopefully he doesn't get to add more to the board. Alright. So that worked out well for us. And I believe I'm going to go ahead and kill this. And killing that might be wrong. Let's go ahead and attack to begin with. If he double blocks, we can blow him out with the Braid. And I think I just want to play the Jade Light Ranger this turn anyway, because it lets us play double spell next turn. And I've always felt like playing double spells like one of the keys to beating these decks. We certainly don't want that, but we wouldn't mind this being 3 power. So like, do I put it on top then put it on bottom? Nah. I'm just going to put it in the graveyard. Put that in the graveyard too, because we're nowhere near having enough lands for it. Hey man, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Highly appreciate it. So there's a shock, and that's a little unfortunate, but we do get to play double spell if we draw the land. If we don't draw the land, we're in serious hurt, but we've gave ourselves every opportunity to draw the land, right? Huh. There is in fact a land. Kind of want to play the Jade Light Rancher. I kind of want to play the Merfolk and like gamble a little. I feel like if we don't hit the land, we pretty much just lose on the spot, but we really needed to play a double spell that turn. I think we just got significantly far behind. Alright, well, we made the better decision, I guess. We don't get to attack anymore, though. Maybe we should have killed this the turn that we played Jade Light Ranger. Oh, if he's got 2 removal spells, we are ghosted. Not ghosted as in he's ghosting, but ghosted as in we're dead AF. If he's got 2. We're hurting pretty bad anyway. Whether he has 1 or 2. I feel like I need to go ahead and get that one off the table. That wasn't as I had hoped, but we'll take what we've got. If it's a Hazard, it's over. Yeah, we have no out. Alright. This deck feels weak to Hazard in general. Alright, so we definitely want Deshandra's defeats versus him. I think we definitely want all 4 of these. I think I want this, I think I want this, and I still think I want a handful of these. I don't think I want the Swelters this time because all he has is Kenra. I don't think we want all of those either. Yeah, probably needs it. Unfortunately, we don't even have the black mana. I think for the 6 cards I'm taking out some number of these cards. My phone's ringing. Hope you guys can hear it. I think I'm just going to do it like this. I think we have enough to do on 2. Like, we have 15 spells we can play on 2. Sorry if you guys can hear the phone ringing. It's in another room, so I can't even answer it. Hey, Riffia? Riffla?
Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but thank you for the follow. Alright, we'll keep this end. Keep in mind, guys, if you do like Standard and you like what little content I'm providing you right now, you can follow. We stream Standard almost... We stream every day, and we stream Standard almost every day. On top of that, if you really like what you're seeing, you can follow the links down below to stream to both my Twitch and my Twitter and my YouTube. I am a good old country redneck. I do not pronounce things well. On a positive note, maybe we'll draw an untapped land or two. This guy's pretty good. Okay, sweet. I'm glad you can't hear it. It's actually like a pretty big ask for him to kill this. I guess that's just a lightning strike and that then. Huh. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're missing a land drop, so I guess I'm just going to kill this and go. Would have loved to hit a land to play our Phoenix. Think we'd had a real good chance to win, but the way this game's lining up makes me think he's like sideboarded in Chandras and stuff like that. And if he sideboarded in Chandras, we're going to have a real hard time to beat him after we've missed that land drop. We sideboarded out 2 of these Glorybringers too, so. Yeah, this feels like he's just going to slam a land in a Chandra. And that we're going to struggle very hard to beat it. I don't think it would have been that hard for us to beat it had we drawn our land, but... It's obviously super brute now. Super brutal. You have to go to the graveyard, still have to find like multiple lands in a row at this point. Alright, rip the 5-0 dream. Still pretty happy to get to 4-1 though. Oh, if he's upticking that for mana, that's probably a bad sign too. I feel like there's a good sign that means Glorybringer's coming to town. No, it's not Glorybringer. Oh, the problems keep getting worse. Alright, boys and girls. Looks like we're almost at concede o'clock. Which means I'm going to start looking for somebody to host. Mono Red still the aggro deck to beat. Oh, Thundermo's doing his anniversary stuff. Is he streaming? Oh, he's streaming Sneaky Snakes. Alright, I think we're going to call it at this one. GG, opponent. I don't know if it's unlucky. I feel like he's in a favored match here. But, would have been nice to get it. But, like I said, pretty happy with just a 4-0. Or, sorry, 4-1. We'd been playing bad and not being... we had been playing bad and getting punished lately. Where can I pull up the whole deck list at? Had been playing bad and getting punished, so... It's finally good to play bad and not get punished. Yeah, deck was pretty fun. I don't know if there's anything I even want to change. Like, I was a little worried about these Gear Hulks, but they feel like they pulled their weight. Need to find some way to beat Mono Red, though. Like, if that's a bad match, I don't know. I don't know how playable a deck is if that's a bad match. Yeah, I play Green Red Monsters a lot. I've cashed every event I've played with it, but I'm not getting enough 4-1s to be excited. I'm mostly getting 3-2s. It's a fun deck, though. All of these Rekindling Phoenix Glorybringer decks are just going to be ultra powerful. Alright, well anyway, as I said, I am pretty sick today, so we're definitely going to hop off a little bit early. I appreciate you guys stopping by, appreciate the new follows, and we'll be back tomorrow sometime. My granny's getting out of rehab this week. Rehab for a broke hip, not rehab for drugs. So, I don't know exactly what my schedule will be, but we plan on streaming every day. Anyway, take care everybody, and thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you all again for the new follows. Take care.